Hi there, this is Mega Supreme here with a special Transformers toy review. This time I'm having a look at third-party review. This is Unique Toys Ordin Combiner. Now I already had these guys, so I had Troll, I'm trying to remember all their names now. This one's supposed to be Cinetwin, and I can't remember this one's name now. I've basically reviewed all of these three guys on my channel, and I've got a few links which I'll pop down below, which shows you how to combine them, put them into all the different modes, and also into this third combine mode. In this review, I'm going to be covering Hagen here, which I just received a review sample of today, and also Sig Freed, I think he's called, as well. So these are the last parts of the combiner. So what I'm going to do is show you how to combine the figure, show you what he looks like in his combine mode, so you can see some size comparisons, see what he looks like against some of the Combiner Wars figures as well, and also against any other third-party combiner figures as well. And then what I'll do is I'll follow that up with an individual review of this guy here and this guy here, and I'll pop the links to the reviews for these three as well, so if you want to, you can have a look at those as well. First of all, I'll have a look at the main piece here, so I'll move this out of the way and have a look at Sig Freed here himself. So you have a look at the head sculpt on him. It's really nice. He's got this kind of pinky purple colour on him with a gold eyes as well. It looks a bit of a almost like an Ultra Magnus head. You can get away with that, and nice detailing on the silver claws here. I haven't transformed him yet to have a look at him in his other modes as yet, so that's something I haven't done. Nice detailing on the front here of the shield here. Someone else pointed out to me that this bit looked a bit like a face, which I can kind of see here as well. You've got these kind of crotch plate here, and these bits kind of move from side to side here. One bit that I did have loose when I got it was this bit here. Basically it kind of pegs in here, and this bit kind of comes down and puts that into play, so just in case you're unaware. And then around the back here you've got what is obviously part of his beast mode here, and the legs here as well. You can see where you've got the connectors which are sticking out here, and the front pieces here which are obviously part of his beast mode here as well. Overall, really nice piece looks like so far. Pretty heavy, bit of girth to him. You can pop him down there and he can stand nicely because of these bits here. And just on his own, he's if I get like a deluxe figure here, you can see where that deluxe figure comes up to him. It doesn't even really come up to his armpit, and that's just him on his own. You do get a gun, a massive gun with him as well, and this is basically kind of three guns all kind of combined together. So I don't have any instructions with this guy, so I don't know how they're all supposed to go. The other thing as well is I did have a broken piece. For some reason when they packaged it up, they plugged these bits, these sword bits, into either side like that, and of course in packaging this bit it snapped off. It looks like I can salvage it, so it looks like I can still hold that. Obviously when you get yours will be all packaged in the box properly rather than just the thing here, but you can see that's how they had it plugged in like that. So but I don't know why they would have it like that. Maybe it's supposed to look like a kind of a crossbow sort of thing. I don't know. I presume these are for his weapons for his robot mode. I'm not sure. And he's got a handle there which he can hold the gun as well. Other guy as well, show you what he looks like in his combined mode. This is actually how he came delivered. So I haven't changed him, so I presume this is the kind of correct way of doing it. You see you've got the head up here from the beast mode here, and rather than on the pictures here where it shows actually the wings being down like this covering his arm, they've actually put it like that, which I think is a little bit better because it actually then covers up some of the kind of kibble around here as well. Okay, what we'll do now is we're kind of get them combined. I'll show you how to do that. I'll just need to adjust the camera slightly, so just bear with me while I do that. So I'm just going to raise this up here. The first thing I'm going to do is connect the feet. Okay, now with the feet, you've got these connectors at the bottom here. So you'll need to pop those in forward like that, or just like that. And you can see at the bottom here, it just plug into there. So I'll just pop one in. And this is actually the first time I've done it, so we're going to see what it looks like at the same time. So that's not the easiest thing to pop in there. So let's try it here. I'm just going to come around this side here. So the other thing I noticed when I was popping it down here is this bit was kind of popping out down here. So you need to make sure that's plugged up all the way here. And perhaps do it on an angle like they've shown you. So just hold on to the top there, plug that into place. That goes in there quite securely. I'm going to come over to the other side and grab hold of the other one. Do the same thing, get hold of this bit here, pop it down like that, and you can see one of his feet have fallen off, so we haven't got off to a great start so far. Let's pop this down. It's quite heavy actually, so it's quite tricky to actually do this. Right, let's try and get it lined up. Go on, try and press that down. So I guess the first thing you could say it's not exactly failed on, but it's quite tricky to actually get them into place. Right, so that's that bit done. Sorry about that. So let's straighten this whole piece up here, like that. So you've got this in here, and then what I'll do here is just put the feet back in, and the way that it works is you've got pegs either side here which go into, either side of this bit here. So I'll just pop that in here. So I'll just need to open his leg up slightly, like that. I think that's that bit put into place, and he does actually stand really nicely. So let's put him back a little bit so you can see kind of what he looks like. Let's move this up. So there you go. So that's him standing up there. He is quite big figure. It's really quite surprising. And he's got some good articulation on, which I'll go through as well. Now, next bit for the arms. Now I have connected his arms before, so yeah, that shouldn't be as tricky. So let's bring this closer in here. As you come around here, you've got these bits that fold out here. So you want to get hold of that and fold it out like that. And you see there's little markings either side here, or at the top, bottom at the top here, like that. And those actually match up with on the side here. Don't know if that'll focus. You can see the little markings either side there. So you'll have to line it up like this. So let's get this right. So then that goes in really easily. So you've got one of his arms in here, and what you'll notice is you've got really good clearance in this section in here, which allows some really good movement for his arm. And then the moment of truth, we're going to go around and complete it and add in the other one on the other side. So same thing again. Sorry, it's a little bit difficult to review this because he's such a big figure. I'm going to have to pull that out like that on the side there. Get hold of this one again. Find the bits to line it up with. And so it just takes a little bit of wiggling to do that one. Come on. Right, sorry about this, I know you don't want to see me fighting with Ordin. Come on. That was really quite difficult to get in. Right, sorry about that. Let's move him around here so you can see what I'm trying to do here. So I'm just trying to line this up and get these onto here. God, this is really quite difficult. There we go. Slid on in the end. So I actually ended up having to put a fair bit of pressure on that to sort that out in the end. Just kind of lean back a little bit, so let's see if we can. Whoa, that's not a good start. Okay, so that's better. We got him kind of sorted out there. Okay, so that's pretty good in the end. He's pretty stable. If I just take this away, you can have a figure on his own there. Let's bring in some. What I'll do is I'll move him back and I'll do some quick size comparisons so you can see what he looks like alongside a few other combiners. So there he is there, so I'm just going to move him to the side there slightly. So, right, there he is there. So let's bring in that Superion first of all. So he's a little bit bigger than Superion, isn't he? And as well, Menasor. I know Menasor's a little bit bigger than Superion, but just to give you a bit of an idea. Yeah, so he's kind of up to his elbow ish, and then we've got some third-party ones. So I'll bring in. This one is actually from Unique Toys. So this is their Warlord figure. And this one is really wobbly and hard to stand up. At the time I was really impressed with the figure. I mean, he's really good, but yeah, he is a little bit tricky to move around. You can see his legs are starting to come out from underneath him. But they've made some really big improvements in their figures that they've released since then. I mean, even if you just look at the transformations, but the actual quality of the plastic and everything else has just come on leaps and bounds. There he is alongside Bruticus. So he's bigger than him still, and a lot wider as well. And then the only other third-party combiner that I do have is the Toy World combiner, and I don't yet have the other arm. Well, you get the general idea. And he's, if I stand him up properly, he's probably about the same size. Let's put his leg back on. Yeah, that's quite a good fit. They're probably about the same size, those two. Yeah, about the same size, I would say. Ordin might slightly shade it, but there's not much in it. And then, as well, if I bring in some other figures, sorry, I'm going to have to keep on walking away now. Bring in Off-Road. here, so he's, and then here's Scamper here. So Scamper comes up what to? Not even, well, not even his not even his shin, I don't think. So gives you the idea of the size of this guy. All right, he does also have a gun as well, which you can pop in his hand. Bring him in a bit closer, and all you do here is just open up his hand here, like that, and you've got this little mark in here. See that? And that corresponds with this bit on here, and just pop it in here. Clicks in nicely, nice and secure. Then bring his fingers over like that. Say nice and secure, and I go and knock it out. Okay, then you can hold it in his hand, and let's see if he can hold up his gun okay. Yes, he can hold that up pretty nicely. Now let's see if he can, how he can hold it. Yeah, he can even hold it like that, look, all the way out like that. And he's got some really good movement on him. So let's bring him up. Let's think of the best way to do this. So what I'll do is I'll bring him up close like this, and then you can have a look at some of the movement on his arms here. So the arms can go, so you need to be careful with his legs there when I'm just doing that. So this goes all the way around. Nice tight ratchets as well as you move that all the way around. You move this out here like that, down like that. Legs in like that, out here. You can move this bit here, rotates around, so it rotates there, but it also rotates here as well. So you can bend this forward like this, so you can move this round like that, so you can move his arm up, down, move it in and out like that, so you can get a lot of movement with it. The arm fist rotates around like this. The fingers are all individually articulated, and you've even got a bend there at the knuckle. And the thumb is also articulated with a bend right at the end there, like that. Don't know if you can see that. And there as well. And then you do have some waist articulation. So I'm on a quite slidey surface, it's almost, so you can move that around like that. Legs, I'm trying to think what's the best way to do this. Right, I'll take these away so I can then show you the articulation on the legs. Here. Alright, okay, so in terms of articulation here, you can move his leg out, up. You can move this bit up here, so it can go up and back. The ratchets for this bit don't seem that strong, moving back and forwards, so I'm not sure if you're going to get lots of great poses like that. This one is where it's tight, the ratchet in here, so you can actually bend his leg here, and then you can, if you move this out here, let's see if I can get some, like a bit of a more of an action pose here. Yeah, it's quite hard to get him in that sort of pose there actually. The trouble is these ones here are really strong, but the ones up here aren't quite as strong. Especially the ones round this top here don't seem as strong when you're moving it here. You can get some really good poses on them, but there isn't really many strong ratchets in this section here. So you're gonna have to, you can get him in this sort of pose here. The foot kind of bends out this way a little bit, so you can kind of get a wider stance like that on him if you want to. I know you can't see the the top half here, so I'm just trying to show you how all that fits together. The foot, you've got articulation on here, so it bends all the way like that, and you do have a bend where you can move it forward as well, so you can kind of get him on tiptoes as if he's kind of running forward if you want to, so you can kind of get that sort of thing going if you want to. Again, that's going to be tricky to do, just with the way these kind of hips kind of hold together. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to get too many action poses out of this guy, particularly like running poses or anything else like that with his legs. I know you're probably not going to get that with a lot of the combiners. The top half is really solid, the bottom half probably not as much so. It's really hard to demonstrate it. If I do it this way, I might be able to see a little bit better. Now let's move that up a second. If I move him back as well. So what I was saying is, you can, this bit here is really strong, so this bit here, so if you bend here, that is not moving, this bit here, but if you move this forward like that, this bit here isn't as strong, and this is the bit I was telling you about that was loose on the other bit, so that kind of comes off a little bit too easy. So then the trouble is, if you want to then counteract it by this way, you have got the option to bend this one forward, but because these bits are so weak, it's then our job to hold it up. I know this is like a pre-production sample, so it might be actually that they end up strengthening those areas on him, but for me they're a little bit too loose. Yeah, they just could do with a few stronger ratchets in that section there, I think. Yeah, I mean that's just my personal opinion. And like I said, these bits at the back here, if I move the arm up, you'll be able to see in here. I mean these bits are brilliant, but these bits keep on coming off. So what they do is they actually slide in here like that. So, get it in. Let's lift this bit up here, like that. There's this slide, and then either side, like that. And pop that down like that so it clips in. So maybe that I just hadn't got that clipped in all the way in there. Let's pop this down, I'll give you my overall thoughts. Let's pop this down here. The other thing as well is you can move his arms back like that, so you can move his shoulders back a little bit, which is pretty cool. I like that. So move this forward like this, like that. So you can get a wide stance on him, but you're just not going to be able to get any kind of like really dynamic with his knee bending over, or kind of like Iron Man poses, I don't think, with this one. Overall thoughts, really love the look of this guy. I think he looks excellent. In my mind, definitely worth picking up. There might be things that you can do to tighten up the ratchets in at the top here. Seem like they're not quite strong enough, or it might be because this is like a production sample, or even pre-production sample. I'm not really sure that bit isn't quite strong enough. But overall, the look and feel of him is brilliant. Everything matches up. The legs look brilliant. Everything kind of it looks really cohesive. All the arms and everything match really nicely. To the fact that you've got these bits coming up like that. The overall combined torso and everything looks brilliant. All the detailing on them is really good. There's some excellent touches here, and this figure is like miles ahead of their Warlord figure, which they did for Predator King. Definitely would pick this guy up. You notice I've put a couple of repro labels on at the top here and down at the bottom here. Oh, I forgot to mention the head articulation here. That just kind of goes all the way around. You can get a bit of upward motion. You look down a bit, but that's about it really. Fairly standard. But yeah, I mean, he looks really good. The top half is really, really solid. So you can do what you want with these arms and the thing, pose them whichever way you want. You know, you can get some good poses with him. You know, shooting people, or, you know, grabbing hold of people and kind of chucking them around if you wanted to. It's just going to be a case of making sure you've got the legs balanced out right, I think. That's going to be the main thing, because you see, even then with his legs starting to move around. I'm not sure whether that is because, you know, I'm not on like a fabric or anything else like this. I'm on a fairly smooth table, so he's probably more likely to move around on something like this than he would be if he's on a, you know, like a fabric or anything else like that, if I was doing my review on that. But then again, if you're going to have him on display, you may well have him in a glass cabinet or something like that, which again is going to be a smooth surface which is likely to move around on as well. But yeah, that's it for now. So you're going to be doing reviews of the other guys as well, so we'll be reviewing this guy here as well. I think Sig Freed, I can't remember now, but I'll pop the links in below, and Hagen as well. And I've also got DX9 Carry to review as well, so we'll have a look at that one as well. But that's it for now. Sorry it's been a bit of a longer review. I wanted to show you it combined the first time I was doing it. So let me know what you think. Okay, cheers guys, bye.